Yo, yo, what's good guys? Jacob here, and I'm about to run out of my house, but real quick before I do that, I wanted to shoot this video posing the question, happiness versus success. My friends, what is more important? Now I'm going to backtrack a little bit to a story from the 3-month trip that I just took to California and Asia, and during the first 2 out of the 3 months on the trip, it was really clear in my behavior that I was so focused on Sensophy. Like, to me, I dedicated my life to doing this. I know I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do what I need to take to get it done, right? This is kind of my approach. But what happened on this trip is I was so focused in the first 2 months on really, bringing Sensophy to a point where it can support me full-time financially, and I can spread my message, and I can help other people, and I can do all these things, that I was in all these awesome places, and I just said, yo, I'll check those places out next time I come around. I'll check those places out, next trip I take. And I just neglected myself by pouring myself into Sensophy, totally focused on success. Well, fast forward a little bit, and then what happens? I get to somewhere around Bali, and I'm in Bali, and I'm thinking, man, I need to stop and sharpen the saw. And consequently, I had a deadline. I was keep setting these deadlines for myself, and I missed a really important deadline, and it wasn't because I wasn't working hard enough, it was because I was working too hard, okay? This is why I missed the deadline. So I spoke to a mentor of mine, and he recommended I read a book called The Happiness Advantage. The Happiness Advantage is by a positive psychologist named Shawn Achor, I think, who works at Harvard, and I read his book, and what Shawn says is that we've got the formula backwards. We think in the West that success comes first and happiness follows. And Shawn says, no. Yo, he doesn't say it like that, but he says, in his own positive psychologist, Harvard-esque way, says, it's wrong, we don't. Actually, happiness needs to come first and success then follows. And it's not just some 17th century poetry that sounds really romantic, but what he says is, we're learning more about the way our brain works. And when we have happiness first, our brain opens up and releases certain chemicals that promote optimism, creativity, better social connectioning, and more productivity, these kinds of things. So it's not just, hey dude, we don't have a long life to live, we need to be happy. It's, no, this is what we've got to do now to, be happy first and then success second. Okay, great story, Jacob. I can see you're in a rush. You got to go get to yoga right now. But why the hell are you telling us this? Well, my friends, as usual, I am obliged that you asked. And here's the scoop. The scoop is that I was really embodying this happiness first, success mindset for the last 6 weeks after I read this book. And it's not like it's new to me. I mean, if you think about me leaving my job 3 years ago and, picking a more purposeful path, this was what it was about, happiness and then success. But I've got the life that I want now, right? I do what I love, I do what I'm good at, and it has deep meaning. So I'm living on purpose for sure, but I still fell into this trap. So here's why I bring it up right now. For the last 6 weeks, I've really been good at kind of saying, okay, what's important to me? It's social connections are important to me. What else is important to me? Taking care of my body, doing things that excite me, really, going out and experiencing life and not just sitting in front of my computer. Okay, cool, Jacob, you've been rocking it. Major props to you. Let me pat myself on the back right now. Here's the essence of this story right now. Here's what I want you to take away from it. Last weekend, I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but maybe I had a bottle of wine the night before, and I woke up in the morning, and I just felt overly ambitious, and for some ingenious reason, decided to set 3 major deadlines for myself within a week's time. 3 major ones, right? That's what we got here, 3. And all of a sudden, the next morning I woke up, Sunday morning, Saturday I set the deadline, Sunday morning I woke up, and I was like, what the fuck did I just do? I felt it in my body, I felt my blood rushing, I felt anxiety, my leg was fidgeting, and what the hell did I do? So nevertheless, the deadlines were set. They weren't just trying to get the background here, kind of cool. They weren't just self-imposed deadlines, but I told other people, hey, you can depend on me to have this done by this date. So what's my game plan, right? What's my strategy? So my strategy is this. My strategy is I have 3 major deadlines I need to complete, and in order to complete them on time, you would think I should spend as much time as I can working on them. And I would think the same, except I've done this so many times in my life that I know if you want to get stuff done, limit the amount of time that you spend on them. So if you check out behind me over here, you'll see on the big bad bulletin board this 3 hours. It says 3 hours right there. And that is because I am only allowing myself to spend 3 hours on my computer in the morning, and then I'm going to yoga, baby, and then I'm going to hang out and do an interview, and then I'm going and I'm hanging out tonight. And also I'll allow myself 3 hours in the evening, but that is it. 3 hours in front of my computer, closing the computer, going out and focusing on the activities that are going to rejuvenate, reinvigorate, and all those other words that are going to fire me up and put the life into me that then I can put into my work that will then translate into you, like this video right now, right? So that's the approach, limiting the amount of time we spend on our computer, limiting the amount of time we spend on our projects, and going out and creating a life or doing simple things like taking a yoga class or meeting with your friends or going for a run or whatever the hell you need to do that you know works for you, so that you could then show up and when you do your work, you crush that. So that is my video. I am out. I'm hopping on the train heading to the city, and we will talk soon. And life coaching opens back up April 30th, which is next Monday. If you guys are interested, make sure that you check out that page, and any questions at all, get at me. Jacob@Sensophy.com, 347-398-2814. It's my phone number. I'm here, baby. We'll talk soon. Mad love. Peace.